Hey everybody, it's Brandon. My Colony 2 version 0.12.0 has just hit both Android and the web. And to celebrate the occasion, I'm going to go ahead and do a quick playthrough starting at the beginning. So, let's get into it. We're going to go to New Game. And for this video, I'm going to start a new world. And of course, we're going to do the classic red planet. And what should I call it? Epic World. Why not? Let's roll. Alright, so this is lucky. I actually started out with some gold here. If you start the game and you don't have any gold anywhere nearby, keep in mind that in My Colony 2 the world sizes are infinite, so it's going to be worth your time to scroll around the map and find some gold and then bring your lander there. But I don't have to do that because I have some gold right here at the beginning. And so I'm going to go kind of where I'm close to some ore, which is more important at the beginning. I guess here's alright. I'm going to fly my lander over. Set up our base, and we'll call it Colony 1. Why not? Alright. Let's get our rover here and start harvesting. Okay, we open up our build menu here, and the lander actually generates a resource called spare parts, which are needed to build more rovers. And in a minute here, I'm going to get my first spare part, and I'm going to use that to build a second rover, so I can be building while I'm harvesting, which will be good. Alright, we got a spare part. Let's get a new rover out here. And first I'm going to build a raw materials depot just a little bit closer to the ore here to speed up harvesting a bit. We got that. And we should probably build a greenhouse so we could start getting some food for our people. Okay. That icon means that nobody's working there. I figured that would update since I should have some workers available. We'll give it a minute. It probably will. Alright, it's nighttime and it's getting a little dark in my settlement, so I'm going to build a small light post. There we go. And let's get a solar panel for a little more power. And a water pump. Okay. Now let's get this rover harvesting too. Get another rover out there, and what I want to save for next is the construction yard. In My Colony 1, if you play that game, it was called the Small Vehicle Factory. Now it's called the construction yard, basically the same thing. Looks like I have the money, so I'm going to go ahead and build one. I'm going to let this rover do some harvesting. And when I can afford it, I'm going to build that builder bot, which is going to unlock quite a bit more. Maybe in the meantime, though, I'll get another rover out there and build some food silos. There we go. And another couple water pumps for good measure. You can never have too much water. Why not some more power? Okay, now I can build my builder bot, and boom, look at all the new options. First thing I want to do is get a shelter for my guys. The lander does provide housing for 3, but the shelter will give me, I think, 4 extra housing opportunities. I still have good storage on my ore there. But that ore field's probably going to run out soon. And I might put a raw materials depot closer this way for when they start going after that stuff. What I'm saving up for now is a landing pad, which I can now afford. And we're going to put a landing pad over here. The landing pad is going to bring in more colonists, which we're going to need. Very good. Alright. Maybe while I wait for some of the money to build up, I'm going to put some pavement around everything, just to get everything nice and tidy looking. Oops. Oh, what'd I do wrong? If I accidentally put the pavement in one spot that is taken by another building, it cancels the whole thing. Maybe I'll just break this up a little bit. Got carried away. Alright. I think I can use another light right there. Some more pavement. I might have messed that up. Yep. Guys, it's not normally so hard to build pavement. I might just be having an off day here. There, finally. So the next thing I'm saving up for is the ore refinery, so we can start getting steel, which is going to unlock a whole bunch of other stuff. And I need 1,200 ore. I'm at 1,000 right now, so we're building up pretty good. I could get another miner. Speed things up a bit. I'm not going to build the infirmary yet. You really don't need medical buildings until you have a higher population. And I'd rather spend my money right now in the ore refinery so I can start getting that steel. So that's what we're doing. Let's take a close-up look at the old settlement here. I have to think, if you guys ever go to the Ape Apps forums, a user named General Waddling made about half of the 3D models in this game, and he did a pretty good job. I like the look of it. Getting close. There we go. Alright. Now I'll put the refinery right there. I'll surround it in pavement. You don't have to build pavement. I think it makes the settlement look nicer. You can see it kind of depresses into the ground a little bit. And it gives a nice border around everything. But, you know, it's totally optional. Eventually, the pavement's actually going to make your rovers move faster. You might notice right now, though, it doesn't do that at all. So while my base kind of runs here and I gather resources, well, actually, one more thing first. I can build a gold miner now since I have steel. So I'm going to do that so I can start harvesting some gold. Alright, but while everything's running, I'm just going to show you the infinite nature of this game. As you can see, you can scroll around forever, and this is never going to come to an end. The world will automatically generate as you go, which is neat. I don't need that. Your build options change depending on where you're at. Resources in My Colony 2 are based on the settlement level, which is the name for a city. It's a settlement. And so if I go back to my city, if I can find it, you can see my build options come back, my resources come back. Then I move around again. Oh, it's dark now. We'll do it anyway. Here's some ice cap area. Another way to get back quickly to your settlement. Every time you found a settlement, it'll show up here in your bookmarks. And you can quickly go back to the original one. Or if you find something interesting on your map, maybe a spot where you want to build a second settlement, you can add a bookmark so you can quickly go back to there later. I'm going to use a bookmark just to go back to my colony, see where I'm at. Gold is building up. The next thing I want to build is the research lab, but I can already tell that I'm not going to have enough power for it, so I can go ahead and build a couple more power plants right now. And I can also now build the street light, which is a superior light because it's a lot brighter and has a bigger radius. There we go. Oops. Maybe I want to rotate that. There. Let's see. How are we doing on food? It's growing, but it's not growing that fast. So I'm going to get one more greenhouse. You never want to run out of food, alright? So in My Colony 2, the rate that a building produces output or converts resources, such as the ore refinery, depends on both your population, whether or not you have enough workers for the building, and the status of your population, like if their health is good, if they have enough entertainment, if they're not homeless. And so when everything's at 100%, your buildings function at 100%. They output 100%. As those stats go down, your production slows down. So you want to try to keep your production up. And one thing you don't want to do is run out of food, because then people start dying, which is not good, obviously. All right. Maybe I want to build that. Now if you hover over your population indicator, it'll say that I have a population of 7 and the capacity is 7. So no new people are going to come from the landing pad. And there's also 6 jobs. So I got enough people for the jobs. But next time I build a building, I'm going to need more houses. And maybe what I ought to do is build the houses now so the people come in, and so I'm ready with workers whenever I build another building. What I'm going to do is build the golden shelter. It's pretty much the same as the regular one. I think it can house one extra guy, and it's gold, and it has snazzy windows on top. So that's what we're going with. And gosh, I still got a little ways to go before I can build that. Oh, one thing I should have done. When you build an ore refinery, it comes with a free ore miner, and I should have told them to start going. So get to work, buddy. I could probably use another gold miner too. There you go. Look at this beautiful little city down there, starting to grow. Food's growing a bit quicker. Got a lot of spare parts. But I need a few hundred more ore for that research lab. While we wait, another thing about My Colony 2, you see the chat down here? I joined the game. You can type stuff. But My Colony 2 is full multiplayer, so anybody can join my game. And they'll get a lander when they join, and they can build their settlement too. And you can have, depending on what you set your server settings for, whenever you start a game, you're functionally starting a server. Whatever your settings for, you can have as many people join your world as your computer can handle, memory-wise. And when you start a new game, you can also start a dedicated server, which has no graphics or anything, so all the memory is going towards just hosting the game. And you can, if you have a good internet connection, host quite a few people in a My Colony 2 game, which is fun. Alright, let's build that research lab. And maybe a little more light. It's getting dark over here. There we go. Just as I do that, the sun comes up. See, my population is 10 now. And there's 10 jobs. Perfect. Let's take a look at my little research lab. Little colonist walking around. Alright. And I got my first research point, which means now I can open up the tech tree. As you can see, it's going to be a little while before we unlock things, but as you get research and as you unlock new techs, more construction options show up. If you played My Colony 1, you know what the deal is. But yeah, it's pretty fun. So I'm not going to make you guys sit here and watch me build research, but My Colony 2, I'll leave the links into the description. You can get it on Google Play Store right now, or on any other device. It's available on Ape Web Apps, which is what I'm playing it on. It works good on mobile or on desktop. Those links will be in the description. Check them out. If you guys like this video, I will continue on this map in another episode. If not, go ahead and like it, subscribe, and leave a comment if you want. And thanks for watching. And don't forget to check out My Colony 2. Bye.